I didn't know what I was going to do for my first job. My clinical fellowship was at the Summit School. I worked with 3rd to 8th graders with scattered learning profiles. If you don't know what a scattered learning profile is, it means that these kids couldn't succeed in a mainstream school, but they also didn't fit in a traditional special ed school. They were too smart for that, but not able to succeed in a general ed school. So these kids looked like this. 3rd through 8th grade. Some of them were math geniuses with social differences. Others were socially smooth operators, but dyslexic. Others were academically solid with an extra dose of impulsivity and creativity, surprisingly got into trouble with authority, quite often and quite by surprise. I always honored the professional boundaries and appropriateness, but when I left the school, these 3rd graders became 8th graders, and these 8th graders became high schoolers, then they became college students. So one of these 3rd graders, it's now 15 years later, he reaches out to me and he says, "Can we meet up?" So we met up and had a quick slice of pizza on the way to the subway in Manhattan. I said, "Hey, Gabe, how you doing?" He's doing very, very well. He has an undergrad degree and a graduate degree, a wonderful relationship with someone that he hopes to maybe marry, and he's a very disciplined, very good employee and so on. He says to me, "Can you believe it? Imagine if my parents listened to those people when I was in 2nd grade that said I would need to be living in an institution, that I would never be able to live independently, that I would never be able to do X, Y, and Z. Can you imagine if my parents listened to them?" And he was thinking, and he said to me, he says, "What about all those kids that don't have parents that were as tough as mine, or as smart as mine, or as privileged as mine, etc., etc." He's very grateful, but he's thinking about all those people on the other side. And I want all of you to get off tonight thinking about all the people that are not on this call. I want us all to feel good, but if we have any bandwidth, let's think about, what about those other millions of people that aren't here? If you don't have that bandwidth, don't make that your mushagas. That's another Yiddish word. I'll take it, I'm on it. But if you have any bandwidth, that's what's really pumping me at night.